We have fights about it anyway. So
Give her a camera, tell her.
Oh, it does.
What?
you heard about that, didn't you?
You blared the radio.
So
Mom,
does Alex. Radio.
You're
There's fights around
slightly,
that.
you're slightly.
Are we calling?
Or something,
Are we
I can't
calling
hear.
Alex
You know, I'm
before,
slightly
during, or after?
After.
I didn't
Is
miss
Robin,
any of it.
Robin, who's her name, Karen? She
We
had
waited
an
for you.
hour.
I have no idea.
Oh, no idea?
No, we can
Well,
call
Well,
her
if we
and
can
see.
get her, we'll see. We'll get somebody there.
Okay.
The cat.
She might be at
You look
Sally's.
cute.
She might be at Aunt Sally's having Seder.
Oh, right,
Yes.
yes.
Otterbein is federal hill.
Oh, yeah, Mom told me.
You can be
The
patient.
pool that Megan's boyfriend owns, Terry, is the Otterbein swim club.
Yeah, I know. It's nice.
Beautiful picture.
You can't hear that thing running, Bob.
I know, it's real quiet.
Is it running?
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
terrible.
forget. This is like my life in here.
You'll love it.
Uncle
I'll
Bobby
hate it.
is doing this.
I'm doing
We
this to
better
get it
all have
over
lipstick
with.
on.
Well,
I
we
better
never have
put
to look at
lipstick
it,
on.
it's all right.
Just a minute.
Yes.
Just a minute.
This is the no lipstick look.
Give us all lipstick.
This is the no lipstick.
We're gonna all have lipstick.
All right, you
Okay,
can walk into the
I'm gonna
kitchen.
go
That's
put
good.
on lipstick.
All right, no, you can go into the kitchen.
Robin's here, I can turn my pager
on
on.
my computer. And hello, lovely, on my typewriter.
I'm chasing
And
it.
I got a messaging code.
Hell yeah.
We have email. And I got a messaging code.
What was the message?
I don't know, I couldn't
Wrong
figure
side?
it out. It was like, it was the letter to
We
the
shouldn't
right.
be using
of
salt
what it
levels.
would say. But the first one
Young,
came was
should
like
we?
that long, and I.
Well, here's one with it. Here's one
You
with
think
it.
it's not a good omen?
You wear that.
What kind
It's
of
all, it's all lemons.
Optical filing systems. It's like CDs, but filing things.
documents and
Here,
stuff?
Bob.
Yeah, they were.
Cover.
Thanks.
This one's
That's
from-
fine.
What am I wearing this one for? Is this one for Father Ryan or something?
$1 million first year, 15 million.
No, Mom.
I have such
You're
fun with this.
mistaken. 1 million the first year, 30 million in the next 3. Get this off my head.
It's nice.
Is there a place for you there if you want to stay?
Yeah, I have a job in the summer.
I mean, if you know while you're in school. and
Yeah,
stuff.
oh, definitely.
Should we call Nelson, see if he's at work? And come over for Seder?
Why, where's his office?
You have to see my car.
Oh, really?
Pretty much then.
What color is it?
Green, turquoise.
Is it gorgeous? Can't wait to see it. It's an adorable car.
Fun. I mean, for the price, it's like,
How much was it?
Grandma.
well, it was 17 when I got it.
It's becoming my traditional seat.
Seats.
Oh, that was.
10, 26.
I remember now.
It's the economy.
The little chair. The little chair.
Are you also recording sound?
$30,000, I got 20.
So you just got my voice.
The whole package,
Okay.
I still do. I had
Here,
the voice
say something.
before. People get really self-conscious. It's silly, I think, that they do.
I feel bad for them. The bottom
That's
part.
nice.
Don't do that.
Why?
Because that's so annoying.
The only trouble is you gotta stay
See, I
busy
want
with
to
this
get it
all
over
night
with.
now.
No, I'm getting it over with now.
You're gonna be the family archivist.
And that's the end of
Your
it.
seat on the, oh, you've got it all
That is absolutely the most painful thing.
Are you gonna hide the matzah?
But
so
you'll
I
be
can
glad
find it?
one day.
I don't
Are
get
you
paid.
under 17?
I'm 17.
Are you not under 17?
They're
I
pretty.
think the guidelines are you have to be under
I think
17.
I think it's legal
And you can
age.
see how much the two of you look alike. It's really comical.
Oh, I just got a real good shot of
Sorry,
both
sir.
of them
Don't
together. Mhm.
Well, when everybody reaches, when all the women reach a certain age, the youngest women, don't they advance it like 10 or 20 years, and then the next group?
Well, I mean, you look at Robin, she certainly could be Susie's daughter before Alex could.
I'm talking about
Fake flowers.
I'm talking about finding
Fake
the apicoma.
flowers, look at this.
I don't know. I think so.
I think, are we gonna hide the afikoman tonight, Pop?
That's right.
I think so.
Just give her the money.
Easy
Just
stuff.
give her the-
Wait a little, yeah, a little old.
I'm a little young.
Wait, are these the
I
ones
think
we
I can
brought?
handle it.
They grew real fast.
No, they're fake, you can tell, look, it's just.
Uh-huh. Just put them in the light,
We
man.
brought
That's all
something
it
just
takes.
like that, except they weren't, they had
White
bloomed
flowers
yet.
yet.
Right.
Tulips
I got
today.
my mom flowers the other day.
She bought me the most gorgeous gladiolas.
Oh, I love
Big,
gladiolas.
huge.
That's the only kind of flowers she likes. 'Cause I called Dad and I said I wanted to get her flowers, and he said she thinks flowers are loose, but she likes gladiolas.
Don't do that.
Gladiolas, so
Although I do have lipstick.
You'll thank me one day.
No, I will never thank you for this. I will never thank you.
And they're like that long.
Last time I saw one of these up close was when I was operating it for Toby.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember
Yeah.
that?
Did you buy wine?
In a cabin.
Question. I thought about wine, but I told you.
How
Camp
much
out in the
you,
cabin.
how much you want to bet she gets
That's why I'm
undressed
wearing
tonight
this
to bed in the dark?
wine.
Just in case you're hanging around.
That's Hanford a little
Because
bit.
I'm weird.
Remember when I went camping before senior barbecue? No, before senior barbecue.
Same
That's
place?
Parkin, but
Robin doesn't have a Haggadah.
Yeah, I do.
I didn't realize this. In all these years I've been doing it, it says,
everything.
a pillow or a cushion is placed on the left arm of the chair used by the leader.
You're supposed to
You're just
recline.
catching up with Zadie. Zadie used to use the pen.
All this thrilling chapter in the history of our people. This is the Seder plate. We have before us this Seder plate. On it has been placed the main symbols of the service. Stu, you may now continue.
First, we have 3 matzahs, commemorating the bread which our forefathers were compelled to eat during their hasty departure from Egypt.
Your book is on the matzahs, Frank.
We use 3 matzahs to represent the 3 religious groupings of the Jewish people: Cohen, Levi, Yisrael. They are placed together to indicate the unity of the Jewish people. In unity, we find our strength and power to survive.
The second symbol is the roasted shank bone, which reminds us of the Paschal lamb, a special animal sacrifice which our ancestors offered on the altar of the great temple in Jerusalem on the Passover holiday.
The third symbol is a roasted egg, which reminds us of a second offering brought to the temple on Passover. It was known as the festival offering, for it was brought on each of the 3 festivals, Pesach, Shavuos, and Sukkot.
The fourth symbol is the moror, the bitter herbs, which reminds us of the bitterness of slavery which our ancestors were compelled to endure.
The 5th symbol is the charosis, made to resemble mortar, used at this time to remind us of the mortar with which our forefathers made bricks for the building of Egyptian cities.
The final symbol is the karpas, a green vegetable used to remind us that Pesach coincides with the arrival of spring and the gathering of the spring harvest. Take the lens cap off first. How typical.
Shut up.
It's not the normal.
Can you see? I guess so. The viewfinder obviously isn't a different.
Well, now I can.
Couldn't you before?
No. I was wondering what was wrong.
The lens cap.
Certainly.
Thank you.
Mommy, you were also in the apartments.
Sitting right here. I was like, oh, which one is mine?
In Cockeysville? I used to live there.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Is it expensive?
No.
For like a 1-bedroom?
No.
Because Dawn's boyfriend lives in one of them, and it's nice.
It's a real Cockeysville apartment.
Aged more.
Well, that's what I need, a Cockeysville apartment.
Shapiro.
You try the Zoom here.
Did you ever live in Padonia Village?
No. I looked at them.
It's too expensive.
I looked at them. I was not thrilled with them.
2 minutes from 83, and they charge like $150 more. each
Really?
month, just because they're 2 minutes closer to 83 than everything else. Yeah, they pay $660 for a 2-bedroom.
Wow.
What's radish?
That's a lot. That's a lot. And that isn't that nice.
So she takes her to Stuart Wolf, who's one of the big ophthalmologists, and he says she can't wear contact lenses without having surgery because her eyes just want to flip around. So, they scheduled her for surgery, and
3 or 4 days after we get back
for
from
her
Las
prescription
Vegas.
for the contact lenses.
We turn on the Today Show in the morning when we're getting ready.
Frank said she was-
NPR comes on at 6 and sound through the house. So we listen to that off and on for an hour. Get out of bed at 7, put the Today Show on. We spend the better part of an hour, leave the house in a few minutes to 8. I go pick up a couple
This is
bagels
the
and
filter
she goes directly to the office.
Hey, this part.
3 or 4 days after we get back from Vegas, apparently there was a news report. Quick, I heard it one time.
I don't eat filter fish.
A couple guys went in, threw some smoke bombs, Stardust,
When you can have your first month's
got off with $1 million bag of money.
without us. And
don't think they recorded me.
Missed it. I haven't heard a thing about it because I'm sure they're squelching it
Bobby.
so that nobody hears about it or knows about it.
Yeah,
Doesn't
we got an
give you
appointment with
ideas.
Faith Eisen.
Oh, I always have to find the ones that aren't touching it.
She
Hold on.
takes,
None of them are touching.
Emily
Yeah.
leaves there in the contact lenses, and her eyes are fine. They're
Ones that
not
aren't touching it?
100%, they're
Are
90.
you partially kosher?
No,
Thank you.
She
just
sees
don't
Don
like that.
when takes her for the examination. She doesn't tell Guyton she went to Wolf. She doesn't tell him anything that the surgery is scheduled in 2 days. She doesn't tell him anything. She just goes there. He examines her. He says, she looks great. She says, I wouldn't do anything. He says, if down the road starts to turn a little bit and you think you would want to do something, you could do one muscle, one eye. She's scheduled to have both eyes operated on 2 days later. So then Colin cancels the appointment. Isn't that weird? He writes the wrong prescription and he's going to do surgery on both eyes.
Well, once he wrote the wrong prescription, I think she would cancel surgery anyway.
Well, I don't know.
That's the easy part. The surgery is the hard part. He didn't do the easy part right.
not, it's hard liver, so it's not rubbing off.
Would you like me to take one and bite the end off for you?
I can wipe this off.
Lick it off.
I can bite it off.
She just sounds real good.
Snow is
Yeah.
melting.
She'll be home probably like the second week of May, and then we'll start to work at it May 14th or 14th or something.
When is she gonna be up here? People are asking. If you give me your horseback,
Maybe I just get her to, she's coming home by train?
Well, wait,
She
I'll
comes
have
through
to put some
Baltimore?
more in here, there's no.
Because a lot
Depends
of-
on when she comes back on when it does.
See, a lot of the Amtrak deals allow you for certain
Get
types
on
of
and off?
traveling, a one or a two stop.
Do they?
Yeah. It depends on how many zones you go
Not
through.
by train? That's a long.
She's never done it.
Oh, God.
So how
14
everyone
hours.
do it again? Is she graduating this year?
Choo-choo train. I used to could, but I better not should.
Pretty good, Daddy.
That gelatin is the best stuff of all.
Oh, God. Why is he doing that? He's taking pictures. Oh, is it? Where is he? Don't you, Bobby! Bobby, you're gonna get in trouble. Are you getting the Frank? What are you doing? Bob?
Huh?
Are you getting all the Frank? What are you doing?
I got it.
What is he doing, Terry? I'll tell you what. He's carrying these skates around in his hand. Show everybody what he bought. All right, Bob. Show them over.
They're very nice.
You come over, bring them over, you put them on the quilt.
For the same price,
Yeah.
about, three.
Daddy, they're beautiful.
High.
They ought to be beautiful.
I'm not telling you, it's really in here. You need some more. You need aspirin instead of them. I mean, I don't, but Tylenol is not.
What's in the pot? What's in the pot?
Chicken soup. You want to drink the chicken soup?
Matzo ball soup.
Okay.
Imagine that. The staples in it. The staples in it. Right.
That can't feel too good.
No. That's cinnamon.
Yeah, take something else.
This is not common, this is what I'm having here.
This is
You
not
wanna
what?
Take a picture of mommy ladling out the matzo ball soup.
All right.
All right, cut it off for a minute. Maybe not. I have no idea.
I can't tell you to the minute.
I know. You know, to the year.
To the minute.
I used to know to the year. I know to the weeks.
I can tell you that tomorrow.
Oh, this is bad.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's not that it's so regular, it is I can read it and I know.
By yourself?
Yeah.
So you got that one. Kill him with that stupid video.
You'll thank me one day.
Huh?
You'll thank me one day.
Thank you, I don't think, I doubt
Yes,
it.
you will.
What now, Mother?
Now I'm gonna serve the soup.
I don't know the afternoon. tapes over and over again, like you tape up here.
They're little tiny, they're like cassette tapes. They're tiny.
And then how does it get converted to
And then
your
you just- you-
VHL?
Got a good picture of the door, Bob?
You're not being very cooperative.
No. This is Robin. This is Robin. She's that's bring the plate back so you can carry it. Otherwise, my thumb goes in the soup. You're gonna get a picture of my thumb going in the soup.
This is the traditional matzo ball soup. Okay, Grandma is late now.
Yeah.
Don't fill them so high.
Too high? That's why I gave you a plate under it.
What are we gonna use with this? 'Cause I
Wait,
don't
before I do it this way, maybe they have a stone, I don't have to go out to the driveway.
a
and
stone?
do
I need
it.
something next to this, to, you know.
Do you have a stone
Your house had
or
by the
spoon,
driveway.
fork, something? There's no driveway here, it's a long drop to the driveway. You don't have a stone? You don't have a sharpening stone?
No, I don't have one.
Father.
No, there's no sharpening stone.
There isn't one.
Wing it.
I sharpened it the
There's
best
stone or
way I
something?
could. I sharpened it the best way I
With
could
what?
this afternoon. With this. A little sharpener.
Ah.
I already did
Go
that.
outside in the hall.
Susie, you don't hear anything from that.
I feel it, I don't hear it, I feel it.
You know what, you can't do it in the hall because you have to wet the bottom and stick it onto a hard surface. Stu, you can't do it.
Something wrong with the paint job, it's chipping all over the front. I was washing the car the other day. Every time I get hit with a pebble, it chips the paint.
Just wait, they'll be repainted.
Oh, they are. They're repainted.
Maybe for other reasons.
Isn't it comfortable? It's got those awful seatbelts though. They go automatically, they choke you.
You know what this reminds me of? You stand back and look at the rear roof.
Of course.
No, the F10.
I know, I was thinking the same thing.
It's got that extreme angle, just like your F10 did, with a high back right here.
It's fun to drive.
But I bet you it's a lot more comfortable.
Mileage is, I get like 38, 42. I get great mileage on this car. My old car was like 16. Yeah, it's really, and it's got a nice side post. What? Yeah, it's actually more green than this. Here, listen. Yeah, shoulder belts too. Surprising car. And you know what else it has? The interesting feature of that says touch on it when you get out of the car.
We always used to, we didn't. And then soon after I met him, he was bugging us all the time to do it. And then we got I did an illustrated chapter on facial injuries for automobile accidents. Ever since then.
Ever since Karen got in that accident, I've never gotten any car without putting a seatbelt on. And nobody gets in my car. Especially with front seat. But this car, you have a choice.
Do you have an airbag? Driver's
No,
side airbag?
I didn't know that. I thought it did. It looked like it did. And I don't even think it's an option. But if it is, I'll
may not
save
be.
up. I'll save up and get one if it is. But it's got something that like there's like these. You can't see it from here, but they're like these hooks that are like bolted to the car that won't come out, like molded out of the car. And if I get crunched, it'll stop the hood from. It'll crunch the hood up to here, but it won't shatter the windshield. So, I mean, it's as safe as it can get, as a car could get.
Well, and if you wear your seatbelts.
But I know myself, and I know.
Well, you'll be careful.
Yeah. I always was though. That was the problem. I just.
Or maybe that luck is over.
So I know if I got in an accident in this car, I just would never go home. I would call my mom. No way. It was bad enough in the car that was beat up and torn apart.
Then I'll even show you how this looks.